Here we have a problem on quadratic inequality. Okay, let's go with the question. If x square less than 25, which of the following must be true? Okay, so we have to find the one in the given options which is true. So in the given options, we have interval of values for x. So for that, we have to solve the given quadratic inequality. So let me take the given quadratic inequality as it is. Okay, so in my first step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume the given quadratic inequality as equations. So then I'll be getting x square equals to 25. Okay, in the next step, what I need to do is I have to solve for x in this equation. For that, I have to take square root on both sides, because to solve for x, I have to get rid of the square over here. To get rid of the square for x, I have to take square root on both sides. So when I do so, square root of x square equals to square root of 25. And here the square root and square root cancel out. Whenever I take square root for a number, in front of the square root, I'll have positive or negative sign. So x equals to positive or negative, the square root of 25 is just 5. So I'm getting two values for x. One is negative 5 and the other one is positive 5. Okay, now what I need to do is I have to mark these two values, negative 5 and positive 5, on the number line. So on the number line, on the left side, the extreme value is negative infinity, on the right side, the extreme value is positive infinity. Now, so when I mark these two numbers, the negative 5 and positive 5, negative 5 should come first and positive 5 should come next. Okay, so I'm getting three intervals when I mark these two values, number negative 5 and positive 5 in the number line. So the first interval is negative infinity less than x less than negative 5. And the second interval is negative 5 less than x less than positive 5. And the third interval is 5 less than x less than positive infinity. Okay, now what I need to do is I have to take a random value in the first interval between negative infinity and negative 5 and check with this inequality. So whether the value in the first interval satisfies this inequality or not. So what value can we take in the first interval between negative infinity and negative 5 is, I think we can take a negative 6 or negative 7. So all these values we have between negative infinity and negative 5. So let me take negative 6. Okay, now let me plug in x equals to negative 6 in this given inequality. Then it will become negative 6 the whole square. Just I plugged in negative 6 for x less than 25. So when it takes square for a negative value, the negative will become positive. So 6 square is 36. 36 less than 25. Is it true? No, it's not false. So 36 is greater than 25. So it's less than 25 cannot be accepted. It's a false statement. So the first interval does not satisfy the given inequality. So we can reject the first interval. Okay, now let's consider the second interval. So let's consider a value, random value between negative and positive 5. I think we can consider 0. Okay, if I plug in x equals to 0, then it becomes 0 square less than 25. 0 square is still 0. 0 less than 25 can be accepted because 0 is a value which is less than 25. So the second interval satisfies the given quadratic inequality. Anyways, we can check the third one also. In the third interval, let's take a random value. To the right side of 5, we can have many values, 6, 7, 8. We can consider 6 in the third interval. Let's plug in x equal to 6 into the given quadratic equation, and it will be 6 square less than 25. So the value of 6 square is 36. 36 less than 25 cannot be accepted because 36 is greater than 25. So the third interval does not satisfy the given quadratic inequality. So only the second interval, that is negative 5 less than x less than 5, satisfies the given quadratic inequality. So among the given options, we find negative 5 less than x or less than 5 in option C. So among the given option C is true. So the correct answer choice for this question is option C.